Hello again, everybody. It's Sunday. I think it's been a week from I made a video, a longer video. I'm flat out on the shorts. I've been quite busy during the week, and I don't really get much time to put aside to do these. But I have my coffee. I'm ready to rock. I I have a new low again this morning. I'm very happy about that. Um, I I'm officially 20 plus 21, 22 pounds. Don't know exactly. I've been sort of like going right. I'm here where I am, and it feels a bit strange, but yeah, I'm so close to where I want to be. I feel great at the moment. I'll be happy at this too, but I have a target I've set, and I want to get that target. Uh, I I would say like about it's about 8 weeks now that I've been doing this here. Um, a few months ago, when I don't know if it was my heaviest I've ever been, because I only actually bought the scale at the beginning. I didn't have a scale. I hadn't had a scale in maybe 5 6 years. Um, I was afraid of scales. I sort of just went by how I felt. Like I was fit to do my exercises and that, but I did get the scale. Just obviously, yeah, I want to know, track my progress and keep an eye on it. So yeah, you probably want to have a scale, and I weigh myself every morning. This, my coach advises me that I weigh myself every morning, and I send him the data, and yeah, it's been a nice wee trend going down, and I want to keep it that way. Um, I've never found weight loss this easy in my life. While maintaining my energy. Actually, this week my energy has fairly boosted a great deal. So that's another amazing bonus of this here. I Yeah, I would have done things in the past. It was more like, if you did a bit of fasting, you'd notice square drops, big drops, and then when you refeed, you'll bounce back up again, but you'll feel woeful. You won't feel good at all. Um, so this is great. Never hungry. Very, very rarely I feel hungry. Um, I I have my day out, I have my breakfast, I have my lunch and my dinner. Now, I would eat more breakfast and dinner time, lunchtime during the day. I don't really get much time to sit and have a meal. Plus, I'm not really into big lunches or anything like that. So, I would mostly have easy things like fruit, maybe a bit of yogurt or something during the day. I stock up on myself breakfast, and then I enjoy my dinner in the evening. Where I would include a bit of starch in the evening. Sometimes I'll have sourdough toast in the mornings. Not every morning, just maybe 2 3 times a week. I actually have no sourdough left at the minute. I have to get another loaf, but I normally get a loaf, cut it up, and I freeze it. I wouldn't use it quick enough. So I might get one of those. Today I'm gonna try and get my hands on a spelt one, because I do like spelt flour. Spelt's a lot easier to digest. um, so yeah, I have those sort of foods. I keep it simple. I try and keep it sort of the same most of the time. If I get tired of something, I'll switch it up. So like morning times, yeah, it could be toast, it could be cottage cheese with jam, maybe buckwheat. I have had oats a couple of times. I know, Chris, you don't you don't like oats. Um, in the summertime I wouldn't really eat them, but I'll have a wee bit of oats, not too much. If I fancy them, I'll have them, and I'll put a wee bit of jam in them. Um, just it depends on what way I'm feeling on the day. And I always have my gorgeous Colombian coffee and my Ceylon cinnamon and salt and sugar. Have to have my sugar in my coffee. I'll have 1 to 2 tablespoons in my coffee. Um, it's so much better. So much better than black coffee or bulletproof coffee. I remember putting in my keto days, getting the black coffee, putting the butter in, the MCT oil. Oh, at the time I thought this is amazing, but don't, you sort of brainwash yourself, into believing you fake it till you make it real, and that's a real thing, by the way. So be careful, be careful. Um. So yeah, lunch is mostly fruit or cottage cheese, yogurt, whatever is easiest to get in quick. I'd be very busy. I don't have like official breaks, so I'll take them when I get them. Maybe 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. And yeah, my dinner in the evenings would be like mostly whatever proteins, prawns or chicken. I haven't had red meat in quite a long time. I'd say it's probably maybe 2 to 3 months since I had red meat. Not that I'm avoiding it, I just haven't had any urge to eat it. Um, it's mostly whiter meats. I'm gonna maybe try and get my hands on some oysters soon. There was a guy I used to get them off and he's disappeared, so I don't know. I'll have to travel down to the harbours and get some. There's a place not that far from me and they're sort of like famous for their oysters. So yeah, it's been a while from I've had those, but I do enjoy a few wee oysters now and again. Get those nice minerals in. And yeah, this isn't a high fat diet. It's not a raw peat diet. There is no raw peat diet. You'll probably have heard this, people saying this. There is no raw peat diet. It's using some of his principles when it comes to your food choices and the likes of the dairy and that. I had some goat's milk, bit of cottage cheese. I don't like wolf it down. I used to. Now I did more like heavy style raw peat. Maybe last year or the year before, I was chugging down the orange juice and the milk and what else? The masa harina. I was making the wee tacos out of the masa harina next to my nice corn flour. I was doing all that there, and it was lovely. It was very nice. But I did put on a good bit of weight, but I felt bigger. But I felt good. There were foods that you do get the energy. It was like the thyroid. Coming from a thyroid perspective. And I even got the progesterone. I still have it in the fridge. The progesti complex that he was behind, formulating it. I remember the first day I used it, I put a little bit on my wrist, and it was in morning time, and instantly I was like, oh. It was. I don't think I needed that much progesterone, but yeah, I try these wee things, and now I know I would say, it could help a lot of people, but if you're just winging it on your own, you could run into some problems. You could get a wee bit, plumper as well. But it's good I love experimentation. Sure, I've done it all. I've tried it all. Having one regret. I'm just here to try it. I'm sampling a wee bit of everything, and I'll cherry pick what I liked out of those things. So yeah, I'm happy to go forward with this here. I'm close to my goal. Loving the energy. I might experiment with some different types of starches and that there, like, because I would sell quite a lot of different grains and whole foods. So maybe millet or something like that there. I'll wing it in some evening or some morning, and I'll see what way I feel. So yeah, this isn't a repeat diet. This isn't a high carb, low fat diet. This is just, I would just call it a normal balanced diet. The fat is not high. The fat is just there. I would have my wee bit of fat for you know, sauteing things, put a little bit over my sweet potato when I'm cooking them, baking them, sort of stops them from getting too dry, but it's not a massive amount of fat. Um, it's what you would have known growing up. You know, you add your wee bit of fat to cook. There'd be a little bit maybe in whatever cottage cheese. Some days I'll get a low fat one. It's not high fats by any means. To me anyway, I wouldn't call it high fat. Um, it's just part of the mix, nothing excluded, apart from PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, the likes of which can, as far as I remember, they can even restrict your breathing. They can shut down different, they can slow down a lot of functions in the body, digestion. Um, it's I use saturated fats, mostly refined coconut oil. I find it the most enjoyable for cooking with. Sometimes I have a bit of goat's butter or ghee or avocado oil, but it's I'd say a majority of the time is coconut oil refined. The spectrum, I have to order it specially to get it. So uh yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. I feel good. I feel happy, motivated. Um, I went to see a movie last night called The Backrooms. You might be familiar with the short movies that were on YouTube a few years ago, or 5 or 6 years ago. The guy that made it is only, I think now he's only like 20. He was like 15 when he made the originals, and somebody picked up on it, and obviously they supported him in making a big film. So it would be, not that I'm a big movie part. I do like some movies and not there, but I'm not like a movie fanatic. I've seen a good few films, but there's a lot of famous films I haven't seen. I find I don't like sitting too long just staring at the screen. But I think if you were into like abstract surrealism, David Lynch or Orson Welles, you'd probably like this film. So if you want to check it out, go for it. I think my favorite film is, or movie, my favorite movie from as long as I can remember is Labyrinth. Do you remember Labyrinth? David Bowie and Sarah. Um, oh God, her name's left me. She's Sarah in the book, in the movie. Connolly, your girl Connolly, Jennifer Connolly. Labyrinth, yeah, I loved it, and all the wee goblins and the music. David Bowie, I love David Bowie. He's always been one of my heroes. Um, he's cool. He was cool. He is cool. He's still around. If you talk about him or watch him, he's there. But today I haven't done any workout yet. Not that long up. I lay on a wee bit longer because I was in bed later than usual last night. Oh yeah, wee trick. I'm gonna give you a little secret. Cherry juice, tart cherry juice, 150 mils, a wee shot, about half an hour before bed. It's been really good for my sleep. And then you could eat some cherries as well, but I don't always, I'm not always able to get cherries. So the cherry juice, good wee thing to try if you're ever like wanting a natural remedy. Instead of taking like knockout pills or melatonin or something, the cherries have natural property, similar properties to melatonin. So, but you can give that a wee go. So yeah, I didn't work out yet. I don't even know what I'm gonna do today. So I'm like, I'm not that sore. Although yesterday I did my arms and a bit of core, so I might do a little bit of lower body. seeing Chris, he was doing his calves, and I don't really like. I would do like up and down motions on the rebounder, and that would work your calves. But I might do a wee bit of, something with the weights or my bands. I'll have to get creative. So, I'm quite warm here. So, I don't know what much else to say. I hope you all have a lovely Sunday and a brilliant week ahead. I hope you are all doing well on whatever plans you are doing and the ways you are living your lives. I hope you all find what it is you're really looking for. It's not easy, and just keep trying. Never, failure is not even trying. So keep trying. As long as you're happy and as long as you still have your motivation. Motivation is a big thing, and what you're motivated by, what motivates you to lose weight. Is it like being able to, just move it freer, easier, to fit into your clothes, just feel lighter all around. That's what I just feel like. I have so much clothes. I have clothes. There's clothes that weren't fitting me a year ago, and now they're nearly getting too big. I have some clothes I haven't worn and they're fitting me perfect, but there's some clothes that, and I'm not gonna grow again to fit into something. So that's a big victory for me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to rearrange my wardrobe. Plus, like, I still have a couple of cardigans and fleeces down because there has been a few cold days, but there's been some scorchers as well. So this is a bit of a strange one, trying to organize our wardrobes. But anyway, I will, if you want to ask me any questions, you can subscribe. I love seeing people come in. It's great to see, we're all here together. So if you want to ask anything, go ahead. And I'll see you again. Bye.